Hello, welcome to Should I Buy This Game? My name is Christine and this is the November update. So in this video, I'm going to go over my board game stats for the month of October. I'm going to talk about some board game news. We're going to talk about what we posted last month on Should I Buy This Game? Then some new releases that you can now go out and buy, and we'll finish off with what's hot on Kickstarter. So I was looking through my board game stats, and I only played 11 games last month. Of those, it was 6 unique games, and 3 of them were new to me. And I'm like, 11 games? How did I only play 11 games? So I had to think back, and well, Toronto is in the World Series, and there's so many levels to baseball, whether you follow it or not. So we have been watching baseball for the entire month. And so every night at 7:30, baseball's on, gaming ends. There is no gaming. Then if we're not watching baseball, we watch The Diplomat because we're trying to get through The Diplomat. And I'm like, why is TV taking over all my gaming? So hopefully in November, the series ends tonight. I'm filming this on Saturday, so go Jays. We'll see what happens. I'll leave a little thing of the result. But baseball ends today. We only have a few more episodes of The Diplomat, so hopefully we can get back to gaming. Because 11 games, I think that's like the least amount of games I've played in the last 2 years in a month. Crazy. But of those games, the one I played the most was the Great Evening Banquet. I posted that video the other day, and it's a really thinky game of placing people at tables to earn the most points. But I think one game that I really liked was I played Quayside, and that's the latest game from that Key family. It started with Keyflower. And I really like Quayside because there's so many different ways to earn points and so many ways to go about it that you can put in a lot of strategy to see like what you're going to do that game and how you're going to earn those points. So I found Quayside to be a really interesting game, and I should be having a video of Quayside up this month. So now to get into some news, and the first news is the latest Everdell game has been announced, and it is the 3rd off the border game. So we had Far Shore, we had Silverfrost, and now the 3rd one is Emerald Land. And it says it's going to journey west of the Everdell Valley and explore the vibrant wilderness of Emerald Land. I thought west was Far Shore, so I'm not exactly sure. Maybe this is where the train takes you. I don't know how it exactly fits in, but that's the latest one, and it is going to be hitting Kickstarter I think next year. I'm not exactly sure on the date. Once it does hit Kickstarter, though, I'll let you know. I followed Silverfrost on Kickstarter, and they were very quick with their turnaround on that, so if you're interested in getting the new game, their Kickstarter campaign was run really well. Next up, we have PAX Unplugged this month. It's in Philadelphia from Friday, November 21st to Sunday, November 23rd. And we plan on going and filming videos like we did last year, like we do at Gen Con. So if there's a specific game you want to see, leave me a comment and I'll make sure to add it to my list. And as long as it's set up to film a demo, we'll definitely get to it and film a demo of that game. I will be posting my 10 most anticipated games within a couple weeks, the week before we go. I already have the list pretty much done because after seeing what came out at Essen, I knew exactly which games I'm interested in. But things change, new games pop up, so I'm still working on it, but I will have a top 10 anticipated list. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram at Should I Buy This Game, because I will post some behind the scenes while we're there in real time. So if you want to see like any specific thing again, I'll try and get little snippets of it while we are at the show. And then the other news is, as you know, now it's November, Christmas is coming. So I already posted my first video of Christmas gift ideas, games that are $50 or higher. And the reason I posted it so early was because of the timing. Because I posted that one. This week I'm posting 10 games between $30 and $50, but then we're going to PAX. So for the next few weeks, it'll be like PAX, 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 and then we get back to Christmas. And so just how the timing worked, that's why I posted that video so early, because I like to post them on Fridays. And so, as I said, you can already check out my list for $50 and higher. Now, what I did this year was just post games that came out this year, because I already have a list from last year and a lot of those games probably would still be on it. So I'm just focusing on games that came out within the last year that I would recommend in the different price ranges. And so in December, I will post the 30 to 50 or the under $30 one and the stocking stuffer video. They'll come after PAX in December. So we have a very busy month between starting for the holidays, all the PAX coverage. There's going to be a lot going on the channel. So you'll want to subscribe so you'll be notified as soon as we start posting all those videos. So in case you missed any of the videos we posted last month, I'm going to go through them. Maybe there's one you didn't watch and maybe you're like, I should go back and watch that video. So first we posted the Harvest Fall Festival expansion. This is for the main game Harvest. And it just adds a lot of really small things, but it increases what you can do and it adds an additional turn to the game for each round. So it's a really fun little expansion if you have the game Harvest. Next we had Moon Bunny, and this is a little strategy game trying to fulfill different goals and getting pieces and adding them into like your play area. It's more interesting than what I just made it sound like, and you can check out that video. We had Sims, the board game. For me, this one was a little too simple for me, but if you really enjoy Sims, it might be something you want to add to your collection. Then for something a little different, I did 101 board games to play before you die book. So it's the first little book review we have done, but I always find it interesting to find books related to different hobbies. Then I had the game Twinkle Twinkle with the How I Wonder expansion. And this is a really cute tile laying game where you're trying to earn points in a variety of ways. We had Grand Central Skyport. This is another interesting game where you're trying to score points by building a skyport, by moving cards around, getting the same color together to score the most points. We had Wormspan Dragon Academy expansion. Again, if you have Wormspan, it just adds a new dragon category, the fledgling. It's like they refer to it as the teenager, where you have to train them before you can get their special bonuses, but it just adds another element to the game. We had Artistry. Here you are collecting tiles to complete like fabric goals to score points. Up or Down was a card game, and it's another game where you're putting cards in order from like, forget what the numbers were, had a lot of numbers, but you're putting them in order up or down on an elevator, and depending on the colors you're getting, will score you more points. And again, something a little different, I did a puzzle video. We had Odd Pieces and Murder Most Puzzling Puzzles. So if you enjoy doing puzzles, you might want to check out that video. I did the game Spectacular, and this is a tile and dice laying game. I had the Great Evening Banquet, where I mentioned earlier, you're putting guests at different tables to score points, but you score points like 3 different ways. So that's what makes it very challenging. And then I did my first video, as I mentioned, the 10 games for Christmas that were over $50 that I would recommend. So that was a really busy month. So if you missed any of those videos, I'll have all the links in the description below and you can go back and watch them. So now we're going to go and talk about what games were released in October that you can now go and purchase. First one is Lost Ruins of Arnak Twisted Paths expansion. This is about the 3rd expansion for the Lost Ruins of Arnak. So if you're a fan of the game, you might want to get that. Then we have Shallow Sea. This is a tile laying game. They've also come out with 2 expansions right away to go with the game. But you are laying tiles to score points. We have up or down, which I just talked about. We did the video of getting your cards in ascending and descending order. There's red carpet. This is a game from Devere. We filmed a video at Gen Con, and you're trying to line up people so you can get the best photo of them to score points. Gems of Iridecia came out. I'll be posting that video, I think, after this one this week. And so in this game, you are climbing up and over and across to collect gems to get different relics and score points. Now there's a game called Postcards. And in this game, you're going across France collecting postcards on your bike. But I'm going to give you a little bit of tea about this game. So Postcards was a Kickstarter game that I did back on Kickstarter. And on Kickstarter, they had the deluxe edition, where it's Kickstarter only material. So there's some expansions and some deluxe pieces. So that's great. So I backed this game on Kickstarter. Well, when it went into production, they ended up producing the retail version first. And the company that oversaw the retail version took those games and distributed them. So that is why you can buy Postcards right now in the store. However, any of the Kickstarter backers, we don't have our games because they haven't produced them yet, or they might have by now. And halfway through the campaign, the company decided instead of using distributors within companies that they would get the games and send them to us. They increased the shipping by almost double, and it's all in euros. And so I probably paid more for shipping than you will pay for this game. In Canada, the retail version sells for 40 Canadian dollars. And I know that my shipping cost was way more than that. And so this is just an example of one Kickstarter campaign going bad. And they've even recognized how bad it is that they've declared we are never doing another Kickstarter campaign again, which is good because it went so bad, so many people canceled, that I don't think if they did another one, anybody would follow it, because this game has cost me so much money, all in euros, due to poor mismanagement. So anyway, if you get Postcards, it's the standard edition. I hope you enjoy it. I really hope I enjoy my deluxe edition whenever I get it, because for the price I paid, it better be a good game. Anyway, back to games you can buy right now. Next, we have Wormspan Dragon Academy. I talked about that earlier. Galaxy Trucker Say What expansion is out. I've done a video on that the previous month. It adds a lot of great components. If you're a fan of Galaxy Trucker, you'll probably want to pick it up. Fountains is out. We played that when we were at Gen Con. And it's like these foam pieces, so they're a bit thicker, and you're stacking them to form different fountains and turning them. You get them by moving around this little rondelle to tell you which piece you can collect, and you're scoring points along the way. And then, just released the other day, is White Castle Duel. I'm so excited. I had that on my PAX list, but now I have to scratch it off because I ordered it and it's ready for me to pick up. So I'm so excited to try out the White Castle Duel. So our final segment is what is hot on Kickstarter. And even though I just mentioned that bad campaign, it's not the norm. The majority of campaigns on Kickstarter are pretty good. So the first one is Garden Geckos, Dewdrops, and Koi Ponds. This is a reprint and expansion of the popular puzzly tile laying game of geckos, Bugs in a Garden. This runs until November 5th. Then we have the Nature Big Box reprint and Climate module. Experience the epic story of life on Earth as species adapt to temperatures that shift from freezing cold to searing hot. This goes to November 6th. So I actually have the original Nature with the 5 components. So if you have that, they're only offering a 6th component at this point. If you don't have the whole box set, it just gives you an opportunity to get it. We have Wonderland's War Duel, a 2-player edition of the hit bag building game, and new Caterpillar and White Queen factions for the original Wonderland's War. This goes till November 7th. And so it's one game is the duel. So if you've ever played Wonderland's War, we featured it a while back. It's a massive game, so big. So now they've made it smaller just to make it a duel. So they have the campaign for the duel, but they also have a campaign for the Caterpillar and White Queen faction for the main huge game. So it's two separate things. We have Zombie Princess and Haunted Mouse, two horror card games, a trick-taking game about hunting zombies and looking fabulous, and a card game of mice shedding fears for cheese. This runs until November 24th. We have Punch Bowl, a stunning and strategic game of competitive punch making with mouth-watering fruit gems from the makers of Fire Tower. Goes till November 25th. This game looks really cool in all the components they have in the game. There's Pop Art. Layer transparent cards to blend colors, create a gallery of silkscreen prints, and become the next pop art sensation. This runs till November 26th, and this is from the makers of Canvas. So it's that same idea where you have transparencies, but you're layering this time, and depending on the colors you layer together, it changes the color of the background. We have Mystic Curling Club. Flick, slide, or roll your dice down the ice and use magic to aid your strategy. Witches with brooms will sweep you to victory. This runs till December 2nd, and we have a video of this I'll post below that we had filmed at Gen Con, so if you want to see more about how it works. Then there's Cascadia Alpine Lakes, a standalone puzzly tile-laying follow-up to the award-winning game Cascadia. This runs till December 6th. I probably mentioned it last month because their campaigns always run like for 2 months. Typically, a campaign will run for 3 to 4 weeks, but Flat Out Games is always like a 2-month campaign. My only thing I'll say about this is they don't offer a lot of extra bonuses for Kickstarter. They claim that you'll get it first, but this past year it was at Gen Con before I got my game. And so now I'm on the edge of whether or not I would actually back it, because if I wait, I can get it a lot cheaper if I just buy it in my store. It's already way been like funded. There's no thoughts that it won't be funded. So I might just wait and pick it up because I know I'll save a lot of money. And the last one is going to be starting, and it's River Market from Kids Table Board Gaming. It's in the Creature Comfort series, and that's going to start on November 4th. So I just wanted to mention it because it's going to start on Tuesday. And that is what's hot on Kickstarter, and that's what's been going on this month. So again, our biggest thing is PAX, so leave me a comment if there's specific games you want to see demos of. And until then, we'll see you next month.